don't need this energy. I'm so sorry. My place is clearly not suitable for you. And there's nothing
I
I can
didn't say that.
I can offer for you. Everything you've complained about since you've got here, this place is not suitable for you.
I didn't once say that.
Not much
I didn't once say that.
Everything you implies here is not good enough for you.
I didn't say that.
It's too cold.
I didn't say that once.
I'm so sorry. I can't accommodate you right now. This heating not working is not my. It's out of my control.
And I said that that's fine. I never said that that's not okay.
You can leave now.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amolmi, aka Petite Diva, and it seems like some hairstylists are going crazy with the way they are interacting with their customer, because in this video we are discussing another hairstylist and how she handled a customer's complaint. Now this hairstylist is based in the UK, and apparently the customer was just telling her that she's feeling a little bit cold in her place, and it became such an issue. Now let's check out what exactly happened, what people had to say about it, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now before we get into this video, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like videos like this and you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
I don't need this energy. I'm so sorry. My place is clearly not suitable for you. And there's nothing I can offer for you. Everything you've complained about since you've got here, this place is not suitable for you.
I didn't once say that.
Not much
I didn't once say that.
Everything you implies here is not good enough for you.
I didn't say that.
It's too cold.
I didn't say that once.
I'm so sorry. I can't accommodate you right now. This heating not working is not my. It's out of my control.
And I said that that's fine. I never said that that's not okay.
To her living room. To be honest and transparent with you, I really didn't like that interaction that we just had. Interaction where I tried to voice that I'm really cold. You have to be mindful of how you speak to your clients. I told you that you can't wear your shoes. No guest can wear their outdoor shoes into my house. That's fair enough. What do you want me to do? One way is, if you knew that your radiators weren't working, maybe just let your clients know for the day that, hey, I don't have heating today. Wrap up warm. No, that's not my responsibility. I don't have the time. Do you know how many clients I have? I can't be telling every client that my heater is not working. Your expectations are too high. You had too high expectations. Expectations lead to disappointment. I said, oh, not even mad. Like, you ended up suggesting that I should put my coat on. Once you asked if I wanted my coat, that was great. That was customer service. That was a solution. You could have entered that conversation with the solution. I'm not saying go and fetch some wood and make me a real fire right now. Sis went on to look at what I'm wearing. Yeah, but what you're wearing is not sufficient for this cold. When you're leaving your house, you should be prepared. I am paying you for a service. I don't know what I did to this babe that made her feel like her place wasn't good enough, because in the video that I ended up recording when it just got to the point of no return, she kept on going on about this place isn't really good enough for you. Situation.
Yes, she was upset because I told you can't wear your shoes.
Yeah, but was I wrong for trying to tell you that?
I tried to offer other things and explain why things are not working.
And I said I appreciated you for doing
that. The body language, everything threw me off, babe. But I'm so sorry, my love. I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. If my place is not suitable enough for you, there's not much I can do.
I don't ever remember saying you're putting words in my mouth.
But it's the way you're behaving about it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Incorrect.
Body language, the same way you said my response was off, I'm telling you that your body language, the movements you were making,
that I was cold. That I was cold. It doesn't make sense.
So you're trying to say you wasn't doing nothing like that?
Yeah, no. I said I did this because I was cold, and I tried to explain to you I was cold. You even told me I'm the one that came to your facilities without preparing myself, and I said I appreciate that, but thank you for letting me wear my coat.
That's fine. Unfortunately, this appointment is cancelled. Okay.
The hair she does eats. But God, I am so grateful that she did not finish my hair. Customer service is everything. I'm not the only one that can do hair in this life. I just calmly voiced that it was too cold, and all of a sudden that's me saying this place is not good enough. I don't know what projection that was, or why she felt like that was me saying this place is not good enough for me. It's clear that it's not good enough for you since all the complaints that you've made. Guys, I made one singular.
This appointment is cancelled, okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you very much.
As a former hairstylist, I find this conversation surrounding Mulan's hair quite interesting. So I've seen a lot of videos and comments of people saying, let's cancel her, let's cancel her. In my unpopular opinion, we're not going to cancel her. We're not going to cancel her, and I don't even necessarily think it's a necessary step. Hear me out. When we're purchasing from businesses like Gucci or H&M, whatever, and they make a fumble, they make a mistake, everyone is not running to cancel them. Everyone isn't saying, yeah, let's ruin their business. Instead of focusing on cancelling, I feel like it might be a better approach if we could find ways. Obviously, the work needs to be with the stylist. Find ways to implement everyone's opinions and improve your customer service, because that's literally what it's about. You don't need to be cancelled, but you need to work on it. Let's be realistic. That client wasn't incorrect. You need to work on your customer service, apologise, maybe offer a complimentary service and move on. Ignoring it isn't a solution, and neither is cancelling.
A hairdresser to ask a client, are you anemic because your house is cold, is crazy. First of all, why y'all got no blood clot heating in this kind of weather?
Exactly,
and you're providing a
it's
service.
winter.
The fact that people leave their house and travel from whichever area in London just to get their hair done by you,
I don't understand,
and are putting money in your pocket, simply ask you, is there any way you can accommodate the fact that I am cold? And you get defensive and feel shame. You thought the solution was to cancel the whole appointment because you can't provide what the client needs. And hairdressers will scream at the top of their lungs that they've been providing a service for 5-10 years and I know them can't provide. I'm so glad that girl took out her camera and started recording, because hairdressers will be cheeky and use their audience to manipulate the fact that their behaviour is disgusting. One thing a UK hairstylist knows how to do is make her Instagram look good. But a lot of them are mean-spirited, wicked girl.
Got to her living room.
Also, why are you not reporting them to HMRC? Why? I think there's...
You know you could be the winner if you really want.
This one is too much now.
The only thing that's going to make you lose is your own mindset.
Like, oh,
and that's
she's
all on
Ghanaian.
you.
Just a few things on this Mulan hair situation. No one is actually talking about the fact that you would even leave someone's hair like that. Just as a human, on a human aspect, you have the power to at least make sure the girl's straight, at least got the one track fully laid, something. You've left her with a needle hanging in her head. Say if she was getting public transport. Like, the humiliation, I just think that is such a wicked thing to do. And secondly, I just really think that what we're seeing in these Instagram hairstylists is letting their gift take them somewhere that their character can't keep them. As much as I really love the fact that these Gen Z lot are getting their money, they're so innovative and creative and they're about it, it doesn't mean that you can skip the character building and custom service process.
Bruv, I ain't paying 150 bucks to sit in a cold, bruv.
Honestly.
And I'm giving you £150. If you ain't got heating in your yard, you have to tell me before I get there. I like it. It's not furthermore. Are you comfortable yourself doing hair in the cold? I know your hands are numb, G. Tell me stop moving stush, bro, you mad woman. Bruv, I don't know, maybe... Nah, do you know what it is? People are just opening businesses. I do hair. Bruv, gee, the government needs to start letting people do courses, bruv. Communication courses. You don't have to communicate. You've gone to open a business and you're asking people to go, Armenia, because your gaff is cold. Do you know what's mad as well? I'm not trying to sound rude enough, I think, yeah.
This Mulan's hair situation just goes to show that your errors speak louder than your good work. I've checked her page. Her work is sick, but her work has never spread like a wildfire. But she made one mistake and look at how that has blown. Look at the way people are dragging her. I think she can use the opportunity to learn. Dragging, who does dragging help? Dragging doesn't help anybody. I follow her on Snap, right? She's fully booked March and April. So what is the dragging doing? I think it's better for people to advise her, you know, but you don't need to be wicked. Like, I've seen people reporting
that one is wrong. That one is wrong.
I'm like, you guys, no one can tell me that any business owners don't make mistakes at some point. And like she said in the video, she's never cancelled a booking before. And with me basing her on the assumption that she is a normal person with sympathy, with emotions, I do feel like there must have been a little bit more to it. I remember we only saw a snippet. But for any normal person, if someone has come to tell you, oh, that they're cold, your next step isn't to cancel the whole booking, is it? That's why I feel like maybe it was because of the tension. Obviously, the atmosphere must have been off. Maybe it was the way the customer addressed it. I don't know. I wasn't there.
There was something more.
I feel like there must have been a tiny bit more to it. And remember, we haven't heard her side of the story. I just feel like people need to allow her to use this situation to learn, because you can't tell me that because of this small error that her whole business should be cancelled, that she shouldn't have any income
that's
again.
wrong.
That doesn't make sense to me. Yes, business owners need to just learn from this. Even if you think your customer is in the wrong, has done something wrong, just ensure that your customer service is always top
and let them go.
And I don't think that's a hard thing, but I guess it doesn't come naturally to
True.
everybody. So go and learn it. Go and do a course. Don't let them come and drag you online. A word is enough for the wise.
Wait, but service providers, please come. Let me just chat to you. Are you tired of making money? Do you not like your job? Like, because if you don't like your job, just quit. There's no point in how somebody can come to your house and say that your house is too cold or this is that, and you're telling, are you what? How does that make any sense? If you don't want to work, don't work. Don't put out slots. Don't let people book you, because clearly you don't want to work. You don't want to make money. Because how can you be so inconsiderate? The whole point of offering a service is that you're meant to be so good to your customers that they can leave a review and they can use word of mouth to spread out your business. And then you're not chatting to a customer like, bro, listen, the customer is always right in most cases. And you should always show empathy. Like, what rubbish is that to even ask a woman, are you anemic? Like, what? Because how can somebody be coming to your establishment for you to provide a service and you cannot make them as comfortable as they should be? Like, that's literally the bare minimum. If I came to your house looking for me to do something and your house is unclean, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to feel, it's literally the little things. If a house is too cold, even outside is too cold. Imagine me coming from outside to come into your house and it's cold as well. Like, what sense does that make?
I'm 17 and I'm a hairstylist. Let me give you some advice, okay? And I'm not going to speak.
That's
And there you go, that's my advice. And I've only been a hairstylist for a year. Anyway, let me speak though. So what's so funny, yeah, I don't know what creator said this, but a creator literally said, quote unquote, being in the hair industry for 10 years but still working from in your home. You're making her pay £150 to come in and feel like she's doing her hair at the bus stop. Creator has limited comments.
To the young lady who had to leave her hair appointment with her hair half did, with a thread and a needle still hanging from her head, I am so fucking sorry that you had to experience this. I'm so sorry. I don't think there's words that we can address this woman by to even make her aware of the trauma she's caused, the problem she's caused. I don't think, because I was watching someone that says she's still posting on her Snap like nothing's wrong. The whole internet is talking about this madness and you're posting on Snap, going about your day. And you're a business owner. Right?
Supposed to address
you have
it.
a skill that the Black community runs to. And you're acting like you've done nothing. You've done something, sis. You've done something and you need to fix it. You need to fix it.
Okay, can we talk about something real quick? This mean girl energy from Hairstylist what is going on? I just saw a TikTok where the client simply said she was cold and the hairstylist acted like she asked for a foot massage, a front row seat to Beyonce concert and a 5-course meal. Relax. Like this. Be calming down. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Hairstylists, they take the time, effort and skill. But let's not act like clients don't deserve a welcoming environment. They're paying for a service, not an attitude. And the crazy part, it's not even rare. So many people have shared the experience of this kind of hairstylist, making them feel like they're an inconvenience.
Because people are actually asking why she doesn't have a heater. Like, why? But come on, like, why don't you have a heater? Like, it's just £20. Like, just get a heater. Like, I mean, problem solved. Like, we don't have to be doing all of this. Blah, blah, blah. She's got a heater. We are in the height of winter. She has a heater and she's hiding it. She's hiding it from, what's her name? KD. She's hiding it from her so that she doesn't have to turn it on because she don't want to burn up the lecky. I clocked her. I know what she's doing because I do it to people.
Like, you know how these hairstylists, they'll be adding fees like late fee, transport fee, breathing fee, walking fee, all this type of fees. You should have just added electric fee and made her pay the electric and done. Like, the fuck? At least that you would have got away with.
I need this energy. I'm so sorry. My place is clearly not suitable for you, and there's nothing I can offer for you. Everything you've complained about.
The girl still has the needle in her hair. The needle in her hair. What?
It's really bad.
As a service provider myself, how that was handled
was terrible.
I think as a business, when you're running a business, there's basics that you need to have, especially in cold weather, is heating. And it's okay if heating isn't working. Those things do happen, but you need to think of an alternative, like offer a hot drink, offer her socks, or, you know, let her keep her shoes on, or even a blanket, to make her feel that uncomfortable to the point where she's literally in tears in your chair and you don't even notice that your customer isn't happy. I think the lack of attentiveness is really appalling, and it's quite absurd actually. Like, how's your client sitting in your chair and you don't realize that she's crying? And even if you realize, like, you don't give her that. But I think some stylists really need to take basic customer service skills. Like, how are you treating your clients like that? Wrong businesses are thriving because this sort of behavior is ridiculous. It's absurd. If I was that business owner, I'm not going to lie, even if I was having a bad day and this went on TikTok viral, I'll come and I'll apologize. Do you know what I mean? And I would refund her because that is ridiculous. And I think having a bad day, we are all human, things do happen, but we also need to take accountability as to where we go wrong, especially when it comes to clients. I think the reputation of your business is really important, and people will continue coming to you if you have positive energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone's not going to write you off because of one off day, but it's always about how you handle the situation. And I definitely think it really could have been handled better.
There are generally too many things wrong with that video, too many things that we could address, but I want to address something from a healthcare professional's point of view. Did you know that the cold could literally set off someone's sickle cell crisis? It could literally cause someone extreme pain. Like, temperature control is a big thing when it comes to having a sickle cell crisis or having anemia. When someone is anemic, they often feel cold a lot of the time because their red blood cells that's supposed to be carrying oxygen around their body is struggling to do so. So their circulation in places like their hands and their feet is usually very bad. So they're already struggling to keep their extremities warm. So then to go and sit in a place for hours, sit still, by the way, you're not moving because you're getting your hair done, and then now be cold, it just doesn't make any sense. You're literally putting someone's life at risk. Being warm for some people isn't even just about being a preference. It could actually cause serious health issues. A temperature change can make the biggest difference. It could lead to long-term hospitalization, can lead to getting very sick. Do you know how absurd it is to ask someone if they're anemic? And do you know how crazy it is that you know that being cold is a part of the symptoms of being anemic, right? And you even have the audacity to say that you're anemic too. So why would you not be providing a basic necessity like heating? This literally speaks to a larger issue that is at hand when it comes to beauty professionals and the services that they provide. A lot of the time, we don't consider those who have extra needs unless those needs specifically affect us. This isn't even just about this one hairstylist. This is about the fact that we need to be more considerate of people with health conditions in everyday spaces. Whether that's a salon, your house. If you're going to bring people into your house, you need to consider things like this. A classroom, a workplace. Like, we need to understand that things like anemia and sickle cell are not rare. Like, they're not rare. And someone shouldn't have to disclose it to you before you're considering the fact that you need to provide a basic human necessity like warmth for them. The fact of the matter is, conditions like anemia and sickle cell actually affect Black women more than any other ethnicity.
I just publicly want to shout out my girl Caddy for sharing her experience with that hairstylist and saving us all a trip to the Antarctica. First of all, it's not easy doing something like that. It's not easy speaking your truth. Being so open and vulnerable. My girl was sat there with watery eyes, a needle hanging from her headpiece. Like, it's a lot to do something like that. Do you know what I mean? And anyone that knows Caddy knows that she's a kind-hearted girl, and she did not deserve to go through all of that right before her hen week. She really did the Lord's work, because I've seen that girl's work before and I've wanted to book with her. And now I tell you for free, I will not be booking with her. And if you have booked with her, you better pack your thermals. You better make sure you're wearing your thermals, because you're going to the Antarctica. So yeah, I know everyone is expressing outrage and whatnot, but I just wanted to say thank you to Caddy. Thank you. And I'm glad that Mariah hooked you up, because you look good. You look.
So before I share my own thoughts, I would love to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think the stylist was right to cancel the appointment, or do you think she was overreacting? Do you think that the lady in question, the client, said something more that we did not listen to? Or do you think the client said nothing wrong and asked for just the bare minimum and she didn't deserve that reaction from the hairstylist? I would love to hear your own opinion, so please leave it in the comment section. Now, the client's video was actually much longer than what I featured. I will leave the link to our video in the description box and in the comment section so that you can check it out. Personally, what I think about the whole interaction, when I was watching and listening to what both of them were saying, the client was actually very distressed, and it looked like, before someone actually said it looked like she was about to tear up because of the confrontation that she was having with the stylist. I really thought that she was really struggling to not really offend the stylist, and the stylist was already offended and was already off. Now, I don't know if it's only about the heating that made the stylist go off. Now, she said when she first entered and the hairstylist said she cannot wear outside shoe in her house, which in Nigeria is typical. You cannot wear outside shoe in the house. I feel like if you're offering a service in your house and you know that it's winter, you might offer like maybe socks or inside slippers, like fluffy slippers, and so you can put like customer slippers outside, so they will wear it, and as they are leaving they will drop it, and the next person, instead of saying you cannot wear your outside shoe inside the house, that would have resolved that part. Now, I don't know why she doesn't have a heater. If you're doing hair in your house in winter, why don't you have heater on? I don't understand. If she was in a salon, she would put on the heater, won't she? So I don't get why you're working from home and you think that you don't need to put a heater when you're having clients. It's not like it's a big place where there are a lot of people inside and there's body heat generated. There's probably she was the only client at a time. Why is the heater not on? Now, if you don't want to on the central heater, you can always get a small heater. It's not a lot of money to buy a small heater. 20 pounds, 30 pounds, you get a small heater. So I don't know why she doesn't have a heater. Now, some people suggested that she could have given her a blanket. She could have given her a coat without fighting or having a confrontation. She could have also given her the hair dryer that she can put on when she's cold and put off when she's warm enough, and that would have resolved it. Now, what I think happened is when she told her that she was cold, that she should on the heater, and then the hairstylist said something back to her. I think the client did not like the way she talked to her, and then again she went to meet her and said, I did not like the way you talked to me, and that caused another confrontation. And then the girl just kind of got a weird feeling about the client. She was talking about body language and everything, and she just got fed up. Now, it might have been that the lady was not in the mood for any confrontation. It might be that her character is like, she doesn't like being corrected. She doesn't like being told to do something. I don't know. She felt like the client was looking down on her. Maybe she has issues already about the fact that she's working from home. She doesn't have her own space or something. Maybe she's already feeling a particular way that people are looking down on her because of that. I don't know. But when the client was having issues, first with the shoe, then the heating, she probably felt like the client was being problematic, and that's why she reacted that way. Now, even though she might be feeling a particular kind of way that the woman is looking down on her or something like that, I don't think a subsequent action was right. Yes, you might not like the way the client is doing. You might not like the way the client has talked to you. You might not like a lot of things, but you've started the work on her head. You either remove everything, that's my own opinion. You remove all what you have done and tell her to go, or you finish it and tell her she will not come back again. Letting her go with a needle hanging and her head half done is wrong, in my own opinion. It was all shades of wrong. The best situation would have been for her to just keep quiet. Whether the client was having a body language, that is not a problem. She would just power through, finish her work. It was a sewing, so probably maybe like 2 hours or max 2 hours she'll be done with it. She will power through, listen to her music, finish the work, make sure everything is on point, and just let her go. And every time, and when she wants to book again, she will just tell her, you're problematic, you had issue with my place, I don't want to have you as a client. There was no need in just snapping and just canceling the appointment. I think like someone said, she was late already, so she had to pay late fee. So maybe that one was already, the fact that she was late, she complained about bringing in outside shoe, then the heating, then coming to complain that she did not like the way she replied her. Maybe that just made her snap. And we are humans, we cannot say that it cannot be hot. There's sometimes that some days my head is hot, that is just the slightest thing that somebody will just do to me, I will just snap. It's not because I could not control myself, but that day I was just not in the mood to control myself. So it's possible that she was having that kind of day, but I just feel like she should have reeled it in a bit, finish the work, and then if she feels that the client is problematic, not just accept her as a client. Now, people are saying her work is very good, that she's always booked and everything. But now she has bad publicity that is more viral than her good work. Anyway, from the friend that was saying thank you to her, it seems like she got somebody else to finish the work on her hair, and it looked very nice. So that I'm happy for the client, because I was just imagining how she's going to continue with the half work that the lady left on her head. And how did she even go home? That's another thing. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think the client was in the wrong for demanding a lot of things? Do you think her confronting the hairstylist was also wrong, or do you think that she did nothing wrong in expressing her needs and expressing how she felt? Do you think the hairstylist was right to cancel the appointment midway doing the hair, or do you think she was wrong to do that and talk to our client like that? I would love to hear your own thoughts, so please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.